Welcome to the Esusu client dashboard and this dashboard demo. In this demo, we will walk through the Esusu dashboard and highlight some key features to help you maximize your usage of this dashboard. When you log in, you'll enter in on the Overview tab. This tab shows you some data for the properties using Esusu in your portfolio. The data is updated monthly, so you can see the most up-to-date snapshot of your properties starting on the 2nd of each month. And that'll show data from the most recent reporting month, which is typically the month before. So when you log in, your data will show up in an aggregate view across your whole portfolio. We are able to filter that, however, by fund, property owner and operator, and by sites. So if it's applicable, you would have different funds here that you could select between, and the data would change dynamically. Same with property owner and operator. We can deselect, hit apply, and all of the data will update on the page. The other option is filtering by sites, so you can select one or many sites that you'd like to view. So diving deeper into some of the information on this page, we'll see we have three main sections. Each one of those sections has a dynamic tooltip that will give you the definition of what you are looking at in that section. So looking at stability score, this is Esusu's proprietary way of calculating the possible risk for each property we are reporting on in your portfolio. And this will also be shown as an average across your whole portfolio when you log in. The score is out of 100 points and is calculated by looking at each resident's current rental balance, the amount of time they are past due, if at all, and their credit score. The score is a great pulse check on the financial status of your residents for each property. We do not expect 100 out of 100 for all of your properties, if any. This is because residents will move in and out, their financial situations change, and credit scores typically fluctuate all the time. So how we recommend using this is as a snapshot in time for that month. You can see a bit of information about your residents' financial health. Moving on to the resident overview, you'll see information in regards to the unit's reporting rent, the total residents Esusu is reporting, and the total properties. We can also see an improvement of credit scores for the month as a percentage, and we can see the average credit score. If we scroll over this, we can see the max, median, and min score for that reporting month as well. The last statistic is how many credit scores were established for that month. In this section, we see the breakdown by building, and this will show us the units reporting rent, average credit score, and percent improved credit score for each building. It's a great way to quickly compare between sites. That's all the information we'll talk about on the Overview tab. Let's move to the Credit Insights page. So this tab lets you view changes in credit scores across your portfolio or property over time. Like in the Overview tab at the top, you will see we have the same filtering capabilities, but we also have the ability to filter by time, which we'll talk about in a moment. So here we have the changes in credit scores since Esusu section. This will show us the range of credit score differences between this month and pre-Esusu. This section shows increases in credit scores, the average change for residents with credit scores before joining Esusu, and residents who established credit scores with Esusu. The changes in credit tiers since Esusu section shows percentage of residents whose credit scores this month compared to pre-Esusu have changed credit tiers. We do use the tiers that are defined by VantageScore. Moving down, we can see that we have the average credit score graph. If you want to see the average credit score in any point in time, you're able to hover over that section and you can see the average score along with the minimum and maximum credit scores for that month. We can change the filter here by time frame. So if we want to see the last 6 months, we can select that and information will be updated accordingly. Here we have the average credit score percentile section. This will show the average credit score percentiles at the 75th percentile, 50th percentile, and 25th percentile at any given time. So for example, if I want to see in February 2022, what was the average credit score for the 25th percentile, I can hover over that and see that it was 710. The last graph we'll look at is the credit score breakdown by tier. Again, this is the VantageScore tier breakdown. We can see that over time, residents do fluctuate between these different tiers. We would hope to see a trend like this one, where the excellent and good categories slowly grow, and the lower tiers do get smaller. So again, this page is going to show you a lot of information about your residents' credit scores, and you'll also be able to see the changes over time. The last page we'll talk about is the Rent Relief tab. If you're a part of our Rent Relief program, you'll see some information listed here in regards to that. You can filter by fund or property owner/operator. You'll see the total rent relief dispersed all time, the average rent relief dispersed per resident, the applications since inception, applications pending approval, the applications that have been approved, and the applications that have not been approved or have been canceled by the resident. And again, if we decide to filter here, the information will change dynamically. That is the complete tour of the Esusu client dashboard and all of the information you can expect to see in your own dashboard.